The $1 billion Coca-Cola machine. Hmm. $1 billion for Coca-Cola.
You're in the cinema, about to watch yet another sequel to a forgotten franchise nobody asked for. You're getting popcorn and a drink to drown out your Jared Leto-induced sorrow with a sugar rush.
Oh, buddy.
You
This
pay
fucking
and
movie,
they hand
huh?
you a cup. Then you see it, glowing red and chrome, the Coca-Cola Freestyle Fountain.
Ah, what a beauty, bro. You know what my favorite one to get out of here? The Fanta strawberry used to hit, bro. And like the peach mango fucking sprites.
Here, you can choose
Oh
between
my
over 100
God.
different
The
flavors.
Fantas and the
Cherry
Sprites,
vanilla
bruh.
Coke, peach Sprite. Maybe you'll go crazy and mix Fanta.
A
or
peach Sprite
Powerade,
be
or
hitting.
maybe you just pick a classic. But this machine is way more than just a soda fountain. It's not just serving you a drink, it tracks everything you do. And while you're picking your favorite flavor, it's quietly collecting data. Data that turns customers into test subjects. Data that Coke will profit
Them niggas been listening to this whole time. Every time I get me a Fanta strawberry, bitch.
from tremendously. The Coca-Cola Company is said to have invested more than $1 billion in this machine, but they're very likely turning its
These be hitting at the Qdoba and the Chipotle's.
capabilities into much, much bigger savings and
I think I seen one at Cane's one time.
Today, we're diving into how a drink dispenser became a global lab and what role you play in all of this. The Coca-Cola Company is one of the biggest beverage producers on the planet. The conglomerate
Top-notch.
controls almost half of the global soda market, making billions in revenue every year. And one important way they sold their soda
How much
market,
I said, bro?
making billions in revenue every year.
47.1 billion.
And one important way they sold their many drinks has long been soda fountains. In the olden days, ordering a soft drink would work like this. You'd walk up to the counter, place your order, and someone would pour your drink into a cup.
And then they put that whatchamacallit in there.
Self-service fountains arrived. Now you could fill your own cup at your own discretion. When you were a kid, this fountain was everything. You could mix yourself something
Oh my
truly
God,
undrinkable.
Yeah. Make you some fashion.
However, in 2006, Coca-Cola and other beverage makers noticed something worrying. For the first time since 1985, the sales volume of carbonated beverages had declined. People started to focus more on their health and well-being. They were increasingly looking for sugar-free drinks and low-calorie.
Oh my God, yo, this commercial, bro, the Dr. Pepper commercial, bro. This commercial was on every single day.
Started to focus more on their health and well-being. They were increasingly looking for
You don't know how many times I've seen this nigga's face, bro. And his little ass singing a high note with them tight ass leather jeans on.
sugar-free drinks and low-calorie options. But Coke's fountains just weren't ready for that. At that time, only about 1% of all Coke fountains in the US even offered Diet Coke. Meanwhile, the choice of sodas at convenience stores had increased dramatically. Rows and rows packed with hundreds of bottles and cans. But Coke fountains were stuck with the same limited run-up of kind of boring standard flavors. So they had to come up with an idea.
And they're
An
doing
idea
the
that would
something.
change everything. The freestyle fountain's design is interesting. The red, the chrome, the sculpted lines. It
Sweet cinema.
kind of looks like it wants to become a Ferrari when it grows up. And that's not a coincidence. It was developed with Pininfarina, the legendary Italian design house that shaped the curves of Ferrari itself. You slide your cup under the dispenser.
Word.
Now comes the
Word.
fun part. You see dozens of bubbles on the screen in front of you. Each bubble is labeled with a different drink. Mezzomix, Coca-Cola, Powerade, Lift, Fuse Tea, and Kinley. In total, you could choose over 100 drinks. Back when you were a kid, this would have been impossible. Restaurants used
But only the Cokes, the Fantas, and the Sprites are the one that hit. Because maybe if they had like some mellow yellow in their bitch, maybe like a Birth Bees red cream soda in their bitch, like
massive 19-liter
Oh,
syrup
some
canisters
crazy shit.
for every single
some Haricos.
drink option. Nowadays, all these flavors fit into just about 30 tiny cartridges. The cartridge design is inspired by medical tech, where precise dosing is critical. Just as insulin pumps deliver exact amounts of medication almost drop by drop, the Freestyle system carefully meters syrup and carbonated water for each pour. In theory, every pour is perfectly measured, drop by drop, turning your drink
Ooh, yo, they was thinking, they was cooking up in a stew when they
into a
made this
precise
shit.
masterpiece. But Coke from a Freestyle fountain actually tends to taste a little different from the one you buy in the supermarket. In contrast to the old canister systems that pre-mix syrup and sweetener, Freestyle keeps flavors, sweeteners, and carbonated water separate. Now, when you press the button, the flavor, sugar, and carbonated water are combined on demand. This can make your Coke taste slightly different from other preparations. Staring at the bubbly screen, curiosity kicks in.
Still gonna hit though. I'm not gonna lie. Been to a few different movie theaters that have this one, and they have the regular shit. And to be honest, the regular shit definitely be hitting. And they give you them fat ass cups, big ass fat ass cup.
You came in for your usual.
Make you have to
but
go
you
to the
gotta
bathroom
admit,
like 4 or 5 times in the middle of the movie.
some options here are tempting. You tap the Powerade bubble, and suddenly a whole lineup appears. Powerade Raspberry, Powerade Lemon, Powerade Strawberry. So many choices. Which one
I
to
got a
pick?
raspberry
You even
Sprite.
mix a drink that doesn't exist before. You could create your own secret flavor. And won't that make you special?
Mixing the Minute Maid with the fucking Sprite might hit.
The Freestyle fountain is fun. It lets you explore. It bewilders. It sparks curiosity. It might even provoke play. And that's exactly the point. Coca-Cola doesn't just want to sell you a beverage. It wants you to feel something. This technique is called experience marketing. Right here in front of this machine, you're not just choosing a flavor. You're interacting with the brand. You are literally experiencing it. Every tap, every bubble, every choice pulls you deeper into the Coca-Cola universe. And that matters, because moments like this make you remember Coke, not just as a drink, but as a feeling. And ideally, it wants you to go home and tell your friends about that insane machine that lets you mix your own Coke
Honestly, genius fucking marketing, if I do say so myself. Genius.
and offers that amazing weird new flavor they so gotta try. And Freestyle isn't the only example for Coke's experience marketing. Think about Share a Coke. Different campaign, same idea. And it's all part of Coca-Cola's bigger play, shifting from being
Oh
just
yeah,
a product
and then you could just have to go out there and try to find as many of them that actually has your name, and they'll never make one that has my name on it.
brand
It's uniquely
to an
spelled. It'll
experience
never
brand.
be on there.
Anyways, you ultimately go for a Sprite. You didn't even know Sprite Cherry existed.
Bro, Sprite, cherry, vanilla, peach, grape, pineapple. Oh my god, bro, Sprite, cherry.
Time to give it a shot. You press the pour button, then you take a sip. Not half bad. You're not the only one who was curious about Sprite Cherry. All over the world, people have made the exact same choice.
Yeah, so much so that they made their own flavor, and that shit hit the stores, and it was tough.
Choice.
Sold out like
Obviously, Coca-Cola
It was
didn't offer you this
spitting
new
that Sprite
flavor
out fast.
just for fun. The Freestyle ecosystem is basically a giant testing lab. Every pour, every mix, every flavor you try,
they're just trying to get results back on what they can make to make sale, and that's why they sold this cherry Sprites. Oh no, they said they got the report back on how many people made the cherry Sprite and said, boom, let's make this a permanent flavor, limited edition. Oh,
feeds
these
into a
niggas
massive
are
experiment, a
genius.
sampling program on a global scale. And with this particular new flavor, the
Was Pineapple Fanta out before this machine? That's all I want to know. I want to know.
experiment actually worked.
Because I
But this
love
is just the tip of the
pineapple
iceberg.
fucking Fanta.
When Coca-Cola launched the Freestyle in 2009, they packed it with cutting-edge technology. Reliable wireless networks like the ones we have today weren't
2009 is
exactly
when they
standard,
came out, bro.
so Coca-Cola
What?
built their own. The network they created links every Freestyle machine directly to Coca-Cola's back-end systems, which are managed through SAP software. Think of it as the company's brain. It keeps track of everything happening across all departments in real time. Every single day, over 50,000 Freestyle machines send data back to this brain. They report everything that's going on inside them, which flavors are being poured, what time of day they are consumed, or how much syrup is left. You might not experiment with your drink choices, but many other people do. That is how Coca-Cola discovered that people really like Coke Orange Vanilla, Sprite Cherry, Sprite Strawberry, and Coke Cherry Vanilla. Some of these
That cherry vanilla is gas.
flavors started as user creations, combinations people kept mixing again and again at the Freestyle machine. Others, like Coke Orange Vanilla, were developed by Coca-Cola. The more people got these, the stronger the signal became.
That
What
Fanta
started
hit
as a
though.
tiny bubble on screen ultimately moved into full product. The signal
hold on.
became. And what started as a tiny bubble on screen
This shit got Seagrams. Bit. Oh, they got the barks. No, this the one, bro. This is the one. It's got high C. Imagine a Fanta pineapple high C or a Sprite cherry high C, a Dr. fucking Pibb in this bitch. Seagram's ginger ale, nigga. Like, Seagram's makes ginger ale?
Screen ultimately moved into full production. Sure, you could argue the company might have released these flavors
Want a
eventually
Sprite
either way,
cranberry?
but with Freestyle,
That's a classic. I'm glad you put that in there. You know both.
those decisions happen faster than before and might be grounded in better data. But there's more. Before Freestyle, staff had to manually check those giant syrup canisters. They probably used inventory sheets, maybe did a bit of guesswork, and called or emailed Coca-Cola to reorder. Freestyle completely transformed fountain logistics. Every night, the system collects data from this exact machine and figures out how many units of each cartridge needs to be delivered to the cinema.
Wow.
And it's not just based on what you and your friends poured yet cartridge.
It's got Dasani 10 days, enjoy by blah, 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 lime, lemon, vanilla, strawberry, orange, raspberry, grape, cherry. It's got each flavor syrup per the name of the whatever brand that they're getting it. Picks extra. You see how high the Coca-Cola is, though? I mean, come on, Coke is Coke. Fanta, Sprite going down. You already know. Damn.
Needs to be delivered to the cinema.
That was crazy.
And it's not just based on what you and your friends poured yesterday. Algorithms predict demand and even factor in planned promotions for specific beverages.
Oh my God. Have y'all had any of those Fantas? I'm not gonna lie, the Fanta Fruit Punch, the Chucky shit, is actually pretty fucking good.
The system calculates which cartridges need refilling and
It's honestly
automatically
not
creates
bad.
the restocking orders. Those orders are sent straight to the distribution center, and from there, the cartridges are shipped directly to the fountain locations. Every Freestyle machine on the planet is quietly syncing. Think about how smart this is. With Freestyle, Coca-Cola can optimize their entire fountain supply chain, streamline inventory management, make restocks more efficient, and even improve their production schedule. It's probably safe to assume that this alone saves the company millions and millions of dollars along the way. If even Coca-Cola is tracking your data in real life, you won't be surprised to learn that your data is exposed everywhere, and there's nowhere to look with personal data. Go protect yourself. Let's get back to Coke's genius machine, because, well, there's more. The data streams don't only report back. Marketers at HQ can push new campaigns straight to the Freestyle. It took a while to get to this level. Whenever Coke wanted to push a new campaign or change content, it required a full software update, during which the machine couldn't pour a single drink. Not exactly ideal considering many fountains are located in high-traffic fast food chains. So in the mid-2010s, Coca-Cola integrated AirWatch, a modern device management platform. Now, instead of sending out a massive software update, whenever marketers want to roll out a campaign, they could push tiny data packages. While receiving the configurations, the machines most likely stay fully operational. They simply download and display the new content, like this Halloween special. What happens next is called nudging. A new flavor might be the first bubble you see, or a short teaser video might just catch your eye. You're still free to pick whatever you want, but those gentle nudges.
Like a lot of Minute Maid do sound good though. Like a mix and match with a Minute Maid with some lemonade and a Sprite, or like a lemonade with some power. Ooh,
make you more likely to
No,
experiment.
that Minute Maid Sprite would hit. I'm not gonna lie.
Thousands
That's
of
gotta
individual
be
recorded
fire.
choices to try some bizarre Halloween
Fantas.
flavors, all feeding
A
directly
Fanta
into
Minute
Coca-Cola's
Maid?
product development. But wait a minute. This little black dot up there, is that a camera? Is this thing recording you? Well,
Of course it is.
Coca-Cola did plan to install a camera in one of their Freestyle models. They even included it in their spec sheet and described it with the words, future capability for motion sensing and facial recognition.
See, niggas be watching, bro.
This way, the company could have tracked
Do the
every
smallest
smile
little
when you mix
things.
flavors, every frown when it doesn't taste right after a little test sip.
Nah, bro. They're like, okay, bet this is not good. Oh, they like this one. You see this? Look here, Section 8 on this day, on this hour, 2015. Little Miss Susie Shoebuckle enjoyed a delicious Sprite cherry. Then they're like, boom.
Literally observing which combos
Report it
make you
back.
happy or annoyed.
Bet.
Every reaction is data. But could they really pull this off?
There's no way.
At least in theory. In Europe, for example, strict data protection laws such as general data protection regulations would likely not allow this to happen. In the US, however, businesses and event venues are increasingly experimenting with facial analysis and recognition technology in public spaces. So hypothetically, it might be feasible there.
GG.
According to Fortune, in early 2024,
We've already been
AI
scanned.
company Quantify referenced a facial recognition project tied to Freestyle. In a now removed entry on their website, it reportedly said, each vending machine comes with a camera installed, in which an image is captured for every customer interacting with the machine. Coca-Cola's marketing team aspired to use these images to generate insights on consumer preferences and usage patterns. Reportedly, Quantify built a machine learning model to detect customer demographics. Basically, the Coca-Cola company could know you're a guy in your 20s, standing here grabbing that Sprite cherry. After Fortune asked questions,
This is too much information getting
the
stolen.
post seemingly vanished.
Niggas
A
just
spokesperson
listen
for
to everything,
Coca-Cola
bro.
said cameras
I can't even get a goddamn soda, bitch.
and freestyle
Without
fountains
you invading
were
my
just
personal
tested
space
in a laboratory
and
setting
privacy.
from 2018 to 2019. When we asked Coca-Cola about this, they did not respond. The creepy camera hole aside, the technology is pretty impressive. A single globally deployed machine expanding flavor variety.
Yeah, it's just supposed to be so far that you overlook what they're really trying to do. Don't let them hear that too. I didn't say that.
Strategically pushing experience marketing, enabling hyper-detailed flavor testing, micro-campaigning, and optimization of the supply chain. You probably stood in front of one of those before and never even had a clue. But there is this one central question we just couldn't shake.
From now on, I'm watching that shit, bro. I will be looking exactly for that spot up there. I will be looking. If I see that machine, I will be looking.
Just how much are they saving and making with this? In order to find out, we went down a rabbit hole, annual reports, analytics, figures, and company filings, only to realize there is no concrete data. Sure, we found a few clues here and there, but we could barely make anything useful out of it, especially because gains from Freestyle are tangled up with other projects. When we reached out to Coca-Cola for comment, they didn't respond.
Of course
so we
not.
had to call in backup.
Of course they
Enter
didn't.
Yannick, the team's spreadsheet wizard. He dove into everything we could find out about Freestyle and started making sense of it. His analysis is split into 3 parts. First, payback. Let's start with Coca-Cola's assumed revenue from Freestyle machines. To get a rough baseline, we looked at something similar, loyalty programs like Payback. Payback usually returns an estimated 0.5 to 3% of your spending. Sounds like a bad deal for them, but here's the thing, it works. Because when people get a little something in return, they tend to spend even more. And while they do, Payback collects tons of data
True.
for what they buy, when they buy, and where they buy. You can't fully compare Payback to Coke Freestyle, but both follow the same idea. Encourage people to buy and learn as much as possible while they do. The data collected through loyalty programs like Payback enables targeted marketing and personalized offers, helping deliver messages that are relevant to individual consumers. Studies like this
Hold on,
one show
'cause
that
I really be thinking it's like you pay for the. Nah, bro.
loyalty programs can
They
improve
getting
gross
niggas, bro. They
margins by
getting
2 to
they getting niggas,
4%.
bro. They getting niggas.
Not simply because people buy more, but because companies can make smarter, data-driven marketing and product decisions. Using that logic, we can conservatively assume a 2% margin on revenue for Freestyle. This is a very rough estimate, but enough to get a sense of scale. According to one source, Coke Freestyle machines dispense around 4 billion drinks per year. Assuming an average of $2 per drink and a 2% margin, that adds up to roughly $160 million in yearly gains, well over $1 billion since Freestyle's inception. Second, the value of data.
4 billion drinks.
Back in 2015, Coca-Cola teamed up with Hivery, a company focusing on AI-driven optimization.
Here we go with this
Their
AI
mission was to
shit.
optimize vending machine sales. One of Hivery's clients was Reyes Coca-Cola Bottling Co., a U.S. bottler with roughly 19,000 vending machines in hospitals across California and Nevada. Hivery's software combines sales data with machine learning and some algorithms to predict demand for
These
every
niggas just be
beverage
feeding off of all this consumerism shit.
in every machine. Reportedly, Reyes saw a 6% sales increase and a 15% reduction in restocking trips. These numbers suggest that data-driven supply chain management can generate significant sales boosts and cost savings. It is reasonable to assume that Freestyle fountains could yield similar results.
What if they
Third,
make something better than the one that they already have? It's over. That's like an infinite money glitch.
Flavors.
Literally.
Some of the new flavors Coca-Cola launched based on their Freestyle testing turned out about as popular as the deeply disappointing and unwanted sequel you're going to endure in a few minutes. Take Coke Cherry Vanilla, for example. Even though it was one of the most beloved Freestyle combos, Coca-Cola decided to not produce any more in 2024 due to declining demand. Freestyle may help spot promising new flavors, but it doesn't seem to be foolproof. Out of 4 flavors brought to the market, 2 did not survive.
Damn.
This doesn't necessarily mean they were bad in.
But you see how Sprite is always just doing better? Niggas just love the regular Coke, bro. It's either gonna be that Coke or it's gonna be that diet shit or it's gonna be that Coke Zero, bro. They know what they doing with the regular shit. They know what they doing with their regular shit. The orange, it wasn't too bad. I had it. Vanilla Coke, I mean, is not bad at all either. I mean, not vanilla. Cherry Coke. I like a cherry Coke. Like a cherry Pepsi, I'd probably go for a cherry Pepsi. You know what I'm saying? Cherry Cokes ain't bad though. And I'm definitely gonna get me a cherry Sprite. Anything Sprite. Because the Sprite's already the lemon lime. But it's like you add the other shit, then it's like lemon lime plus that shit plus whatever other shit you want to add to it. Tough.
Just that they weren't
Minute Maid, bro. That would be good.
Coca-Cola may have overestimated how representative Freestyle users are for the broader market. Again, our request for comment went unanswered. While Coca-Cola rarely publishes concrete sales data for specific products, we found a number for one of their newer non-Freestyle Sprite products that shows the potential of this market. Sprite Chill generated 50.
I knew it was gonna be this bullshit. It's the shit that Anthony Anthony Edwards. This chill shit. It's like minty. Is this supposed to be like a minty? It's like an even cooler cold Sprite, but it's already cold. Like I don't get. What the hell is a chill Sprite?
$1 million in sales in its first 21 weeks in the North American market.
How many? How many?
On Freestyle Sprite products that shows the potential of this market. Sprite Chill generated $15 million in sales in its first 21 weeks.
15 or 50 million.
In the North American market. Again, it's hard to estimate the total profit the company may have made through new flavors that started on Freestyle, and how important the found data was for their success. But looking at all three aspects of Yannick's
where would
analysis,
they have gotten the
one thing is relatively
data
safe
to make
assume.
a Sprite Chill?
The $1 billion Coca-Cola reportedly invested into these machines has long been made back.
Of course they did. Bro, these things are everywhere. W fucking video, though. W fucking video. Fern, great fucking video.